Welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk specifically about quick stress relievers that you can do pretty much anywhere at any time, that take less than 5 minutes and that you can sprinkle throughout your day to keep you feeling a little bit more sane and keeping those stress levels under control. I feel like right now, our stress levels are just kind of off the charts. And I wanted to make this video specifically right now because of how much I talk about stress management and stress harmony and just knowing and understanding how to manage your stress levels all the time with my clients, my friends, family, but even with myself. I know here in Pennsylvania, where I'm from, we are in the winter season right now, and it can be really stressful when you can't get outside and it's just a little bit too cold, so you're bundled up all the time and you feel like the sunshine has not been quite as abundant. Stress can start to feel a little overwhelming and like you're going just a little bit bonkers in your own mind because you can't find that way that you're so used to be able to step out and to get a little bit of relief. But today I'm going to show you 6 things that you can do to get your stress decreased, to help relieve some of that tension, to help your stress be managed a little bit better in under 5 minutes each. All right. The first thing is to just laugh more. Anything that you can find to help bring you more laughter. YouTube videos, music, telling a joke with friends, playing with your animal, dancing, jumping around, acting silly. It does not matter. But finding something that actually makes you feel joyous inside and creates a sense of laughter is a great way to instantly start to decrease stress. Because here's the reality. Energetically, you cannot be stressed out and laugh at the very same time. Sure, before and after, but you can't, those two emotions cannot exist in one moment. So make sure that if you decide to use this technique, it's something that's genuine and from the heart, and that you also can use it in a way that's going to help you to just feel a little bit lighter, a little bit less stressed, and that maybe you can carry it out and sprinkle it multiple times throughout the day. Kids laugh all the time. Kids play all the time. And then as we grow up and get more serious, our laughter and our play starts to really diminish. And that's kind of sad because our energetic body, our human being self that we are, we thrive on play and lightheartedness and happiness. That's what brings us joy. Use it. Tap back into your inner child and access that to get more stress relief just like that. Number 2, stretches. Now, all stretches are great and they can help you to decrease stress, but there's one in particular that I want to show you today, and it is specifically because what it hits and how it targets the body. That is the chest opening stretch. And this is specifically because it helps to open up your heart center. When we can open up the heart and we can allow that energy to flow more clearly and more functionally and more freely, you can feel that energy change. Stress starts to decrease. A joyous outlook starts to take over. And I bet you that you can probably automatically feel just a little bit of tension and a little more happiness immediately. So it's pretty simple. You can use a doorway or anything to help if you need that support, but you don't need it. You can do it sitting right in your chair. And all you need to do is just sit up nice and tall, bring your arms out to the side, elevate the chest, little arch in the low back, and just open up, lifting the chin. I like adding breathing here, and then close it back down. Now, I actually like to do a flow of this because it opens and closes, opens and closes, opens the heart, compresses the heart. It gives that flexibility, but then I always end right at the end of a chest opener opened. So that would look like open, inhale, exhale and close. I like to bring it into a ball. Open, exhale, and close. Open, inhale, exhale and close. And again, always finishing with open. You can do 3, 4, 5 times, whatever feels best. I usually go 3 to 5 and then close it back down. Just letting myself relax for a moment, bringing myself back to center, and then get on with my day. You can add a few shoulder rolls in, especially if the tension is tight right up here in the shoulders and the neck, a few shoulder rolls. And you can even, especially if the tension is really tight in the upper back, do more of an upper back stretch, pushing those arms straight out in front of you and rounding the upper back. But again, for that joyous stress reliever, opening up the chest. And a large part of why this is so powerful is because many of us spend all day sitting at our desks or sitting behind a wheel or sitting in general, and we're crouched down. Our posture is a little bit more forward rounded and our heart center is closed off. Create more happiness, openness, and power by opening yourself back up. Number 3. Now, I mentioned this on the last one, and this is primarily because it goes so well together, but you can do this on its own as well. Breathing. Breathing in general is going to help to decrease the amount of stress that is contained within the body. When we get stressed, our breath gets really shallow. We hold it in, our body tenses up, it gets tight. But bringing breathing practices into your day, even if it is just 5 to 10 deep breaths in with some exhales, is going to help to decrease that amount of tightness that you're holding in your body and also allow your body to get more oxygenated with fresh air. So breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And each time that you do it, I like to add in the body loosening. So inhale, I squeeze. Exhale, I release and let the shoulders drop down. You can do this anywhere, but it's really powerful bringing it outside in fresh air where you're getting all of that fresh air and that sunshine penetrating into your skin and also enhancing your life force. You can do box breathing or any other kind of healing breathing techniques, but you don't have to. It can be something as simple as 5 to 10 deep breaths in, allowing yourself to exhale and fully release that tension that you're feeling throughout the body. Number 4, all right, I feel like we're building onto this. So first we did the chest opener, then we added in the breathing, which you can do back to back and together. Now we're gonna go into number 4, which is grounding. And grounding is about recentering your body and also calming down the electrical system of the body itself. Now, I'm talking about the physical grounding, which means getting your bare feet either outside in the dirt, the grass, sand, anything that's going to connect you and ground you right into the earth. It's also called earthing, and there are plenty of books, websites, information out there to learn more about the benefits of earthing. There is so much, but the 2 that I always like to highlight is number 1, decreasing the amount of stress, but also number 2, decreasing the amount of inflammation in your body. Our bodies get so inflamed, especially when we're stressed out and we are holding on to all this tension and we're not letting the energy to be released. So getting more grounding into the day is going to help with decreasing the inflammation and decreasing your stress. So here are some really simple things that you can do. If you are outside eating your lunch, on your lunch break, take your shoes and socks off and sit and eat with your feet planted in the dirt. Or if you're sitting at your desk and maybe you're not able to get outside, you can get a grounding mat. They have grounding mats that you can buy and put right underneath your chair. So you can put your bare feet right on top of that grounding mat and get the magic of grounding even while you're inside doing work. There's plenty of other options too. You can touch it. Anytime that you touch nature, you touch a leaf, you touch a branch or hug a tree, you're getting grounding, you're getting connection. It is calming your body down. So go hug a tree or go walk barefoot or get a grounding mat to help bring you back into balance. All right, number 5. I love this one so much because I feel like this is probably one of the most powerful ones out of all of it. And this is screaming and just letting it out. Our emotions can get trapped in the body. And when our emotions get trapped, they cause more stress. They cause a weighing down of the energetic body. They cause more stress on us mentally, emotionally, physically. And they can also put you into a path of creating really unhealthy habits and behaviors. So when you can release out trapped emotions, which pretty much everybody has them for the most part, if you can get rid of these trapped emotions or start to get them down, your body, mentally, emotionally, physically, is just going to start to feel better and you're going to start to heal through some potentially really big, powerful issues that could pop up. One great way to do that is to not let it come in the first place, to not let those energies get trapped. And one of my favorite ways of doing that is just screaming and letting it out, or letting it out in any way that makes sense for you. So that could be literally screaming at the top of your lungs, going outside, just screaming and letting it all out. Or if you're inside and you can't necessarily go outside and do that, getting a pillow and screaming into the pillow. Maybe screaming isn't your thing. Maybe your throat is already open enough. Maybe you need to do some other kind of physical let go. So maybe punching a pillow or punching something that is not going to hurt you or anybody else, but causing some kind of physical release in that sense. Super, super powerful. We need to let it go. We need to push it out. We need to release the emotions as we feel them, instead of hiding them, pushing them down, like so many of us are used to, because that's where the big problem comes in. And as soon as you can start to release and let go of these emotions that you're feeling, you're going to notice your stress is going to instantly start to drop a little bit. And you're also not trapping those emotions in your body. So let it out in any way that feels right for you. Maybe it's dancing, maybe it's literally body shakes, just like letting it all out. It doesn't matter, just release it. It only takes a few seconds, sometimes a few minutes, depending on how much you got to release, but let it out. All right, and finally, number 6. Do you remember back when you were a kid? You always seem to get a little bit excited, a little bit maybe happy, nervous energy, or a little bit of happy anxiety, or the world just seemed to brighten around you when you had a trip planned, or when you knew that school was not going to be in session and you had a day off. or maybe you knew that you were going to go play with your friends, or there was something really exciting coming up that you were looking forward to. Remember those emotions, remember those feelings? The same thing happens with us now as adults. So plan out something fun. It could be something as small as, I'm going to go swim in the pool when I'm done with work today. Or it could be something as big as, I'm going to go home and start planning a trip because we really need a vacation. When you have something to look forward to, your stress automatically starts to lessen because the things around you, your visuals, your viewpoint, your perspective on what's going on around you right then and there becomes a little bit lighter, a little less heavy, a little bit more open. It's all about perspective. Planning something that you're looking forward to changes your perspective in an instant because now you start to get excited, you start to dream, you start to see possibilities. It could even be something as simple as, I cannot wait to go out to that restaurant and have that meal for dinner, or to make my favorite meal at home. It doesn't have to be complex, but finding something that you are looking forward to every single day helps to keep you in a state of feeling less stress, changes your perspective to feeling and seeing the brighter side of things, and it starts to rewire the brain so you automatically start seeing the good, the positive, the possibilities, the options, instead of closing you down and feeling constricted and constrained by all of the stress and frustration that's going on around you. Change your perspective. If you liked what you heard, hit that subscribe button below. Get onto the list so that you know when all the fresh content is coming out each and every week. Thank you for being here. Now go attack that stress and get yourself into that place of just feeling more joy and vibrancy and feeling a little bit more chill.